even comes close to that for a major infrastructure utility project being done. So kudos, thank you, and love to hear about that.
Thank you very much, Ryan. So for all of you that may not have heard it, how did they do it so well, so quickly, and create such a remarkable anchor for all the good development? I'm going to go first to you, Simon, and then we're going to go to you, Don.
Well, first of all, it was a joint venture. So the city of Edmonton was a 50-50 partner in that and deserves some credit for Rogers Place opening up on time and the budget as well. And I think that the media focuses on a couple outlier projects, but overwhelmingly better than 90% of all the projects that the city of Edmonton does opens on time and on budget. So the media wants to focus on a couple ones that where I think there's some errors that happened that was probably much less so the case of the city. But I think that part of the model with Rogers Place was that they did have a bit more of an IDP approach in terms of getting PCLs at the table very early on in the game, all the architects, the decision makers, the type of decision-making team they had. So I know Bob Bob spent probably worked 100-hour weeks for 3 years at least, and did long meetings where they had an integrated team with Rick, who ran it it was his equivalent at the city, making all the key decisions as well. So having a group of key decision makers that maintain that institutional knowledge, working with all the different various teams in an IDP fashion earlier on, I think is a big part of the reason that such a complex, nuanced project went on time and on budget.
And Mayor Iveson?
So two thoughts. One is, we had partners with vision in Kate's and WHAM is now One Properties, who had the audacity to say, no, we're going to park $2 billion in Edmonton. And the catalyst for it, the driver, is going to be the partnership around the arena. And it has exceeded our expectations and attracted major employers in Edmonton like Stantec to choose to be there. It has attracted world brands like JW Marriott to be a part of it. And that's getting a lot of notice. So the key is, in this case, was partners. The other key was thinking about catalyst. And so our entire downtown plan is built around identifying a variety of catalysts, large and small. The largest and most noteworthy is the arena. The others are even upgrades to the sewer infrastructure so that when everybody goes between the second and third intermission to flush, the sewer system works with all the people who move downtown and go to the arena. So it's getting all of those details right, and I recognize the narrative around the city of Edmonton is that we don't always get those details right. And I'll be honest with you, if your expectation is perfection, you're always going to be disappointed. And I say this as a recovering perfectionist. But what I can tell you about those three other those noteworthy infrastructure projects where we've had schedule challenges is all of them are under budget. The Metro line, though, the challenges we've had with this is $90 million under budget. So it's not like we can't manage projects from all directions. It's just that for various reasons that I could bore you with, there were schedule challenges that were unanticipated on those projects. But overall, the city of Edmonton has a solid track record with project delivery, has made personnel and structural changes to raise our game in that area. And one of our best news projects, working with a great group of Edmonton consultants and builders in Stantec and PCL and the folks we work with alongside the Kate's group. We can build anything. That's one of the things we do. And I sometimes joke that you can't boil the city down to a single hat, which is a bit of a dig at our friends to the south. But if you did have to choose a hat for Edmontonians, it would be a hard hat because we can get stuff done.
That's a pretty wonderful synopsis. Minister Sohi, did you want to add anything from the federal perspective and what you envision in this phase of funding that you're issuing now?
Well, I just to touch a little bit on the arena. I think the reason it happened because we as a community had an ambition to be a top-notch downtown, and that required leadership. And then that leadership was present in the community, not only at council level, but also at the many partners that came together to make it happen. And eventually, Edmontonians embraced it. It was controversial. Obviously, any large project would be controversial. So, from a federal perspective, what I can add is that the vision where we have world-class public transit systems in our major urban centers 10 to 12 years from now, starting today and building into the future. And it's also an ambition about people's potential. When we talk about social infrastructure, we are talking about investment into unlocking the people's potential who may not otherwise have the opportunity to participate in our society because they feel marginalized or they have felt historical racism and in relations with indigenous communities, or if there's a woman fleeing domestic violence or children that are denied opportunity to succeed. I think if I am passionate about those things, my role as a Minister of Infrastructure, one is our potential to build public transit, and the other is our potential to unlock people's potential to fully participate in the economy.
Very important. One last question, please, sir. Your name and your question.
Thank you, Iris. Ken Gibson, Alberta Construction Association. The City of Edmonton and other municipalities across Alberta and our provincial government have all stepped up to their capital plans. Would you be able to confirm for us, Minister Sohi, that with all of the commitments now from the federal government, that you will be able to utilize the plans and the funds that our cities and our province have already set aside, and that they will not require further incrementality, like they don't have to go and find new funds? Can you confirm for us that you can work with their existing capital plans to match the priorities that have already been identified?
Well, the 5 areas that we are investing in, we are very deliberate about it because we want to achieve the maximum outcome of those areas. So if provincial plans align with our public transit plan and city plans align with that, that's exactly what we look for. What was lacking, this is not a criticism of the previous administration, it's just a matter of fact that each government has their own priorities, and our government's priority is to give long-term predictability and sustainable funding that allows that kind of planning that you're talking about to happen, where municipalities and provinces can align their capital plans with federal capital plans instead of coming in with a very ad hoc type of approach where you make funding available for a couple of years, then municipalities have to juggle their capital plans, the provinces have to do the same. What we want to do is give certainty over the next 12 years that this is how much money you're going to get from the federal government within these five areas of investment, so they can get on with the work they need to do. One thing I want to make very absolutely clear, that federal government is not going to come in and tell municipalities what to build. It is a local decision making. They need to prioritize their projects because they know best what is needed in the community. So in the context of infrastructure bank as well, we will work with them to ensure that this is another tool that is available to them to mobilize private capital as well as build the capacity in the procurement and the delivery of infrastructure. But it will be local decision making that they would have to make a good decision. I think listening here today, there's a lot of creativity and innovation happening at a local level that federal government can absolutely tap into that support.
Thank you. The Minister has just talked about thinking globally but acting locally, and I think that that's the very best way to get initiatives underway. I think we've had some marvelous ideas. Good luck with Stantec's project and all the other things you do to bring it forward. And Jan, very good comments on the social housing piece that we need to understand better and integrate in our thinking. Mayor Iveson, always a delight to have you with us. And Minister Sohi, any last word?
No, thank you so much for having me and having my wife join you. We are delighted to be here. We have some people think that we moved to Ottawa. We haven't. We still live in Edmonton.